Hello, I'm Ashley McClellan, CEO. And for this month's podcast, we'll have a panel of experts from our Research Psychiatric Center. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And our panel of experts will be talking about something very important about how those who may need mental health help need to seek that, and what are the barriers, including stigma. We hope you enjoy this video from our panel of experts.
Hi, I'm Shannon Griggs-Bales. I'm the Chief Operations Officer here at Research Psychiatric Center, affectionately known as RPC. We've gathered our experts today at RPC to discuss how people face different challenges when seeking mental health. One of the things that we want to focus on today is around stigmas. Stigmas that include cultural stigmas, also around men seeking care, and those that new moms may experience. So we're going to jump right in. Our first question is to Jason. Jason, can you help us understand what stigma is in reference to mental health?
Sure. I think the first thing I would say is it's a bit of a chicken or an egg question. Do people not seek mental health care because of the stigma? Or is the stigma there because people don't receive mental health care? They don't seek it out. In terms of what a stigma actually is, that's a very good question. It's a collection of thoughts. It's an idea. How did this idea get agreed upon? Stigma is like, well, it's just out there in the world. Well, it must have been agreed upon by a certain amount of people, and yet it's kept very quiet and hush hush. So there's no discussion about it, so it becomes even more powerful. Now, how does this impact men specifically?
Exactly.
Well, the stigma is men do not get mental health help because if they do, then they are weak. So this goes directly against the very powerful and insidious stereotype that you must be strong at all times. And if you ask for help, you have to forfeit your strength. But if a stigma is just a thought can be challenged. A thought can be analyzed and corrected. There are a lot of incorrect thoughts out there that wind up being challenged and disproven. And then we have a better life as a result.
Thank you. I'm going to pivot a minute and we're going to talk to Steve now. Steve, can you help us understand the stigma of getting help in different cultures, specifically the Hispanic community?
Yes, from what I experienced in the Latino and the Hispanic community, I know that the family is the hierarchy within this Hispanic community. And if, let's say, a son, a daughter, a family were to go ask for help, the mentality in the Hispanic community is get over it, work it out, kind of sweep it on the rug, deal with it. And the problem with that is the problem never goes away. And so if someone, let's say a male in the family, were to go outside of the family and ask for help, what then would happen is you place the family in a situation where you've gone outside of the mother and the father, you have gone to seek help elsewhere, and what happens within that dynamic is that parents look at like they have failed this kid in providing help, answers, and guidance. And if you continue this process as a male outside of the family, you then bring what's called shame. You then bring disrespect and dishonor upon the family member. The Latino community is very small, and everyone knows everyone. So the idea that our family has a problem is something we don't want to put out there. The other part, I believe, with seeking help for Hispanic males in the Hispanic community is that there's this word I think Jason indicated about weakness. There's this machismo attitude that males have, that we have to be hard, that we have to keep things inside, that we don't have weaknesses, we don't become vulnerable with our feelings. And to keep that inside is something that I think we're taught at a young age in the Hispanic community.
Very good. Thank you. Do you think that women also experience some of that stigma in the Hispanic community as well?
I do, but I think the males are just, how do I say, they are taught at a young age, do not feel, do not show weakness, and to just keep that within yourself and be tough.
All right. Can you give some recommendations of how someone who may be hesitant to seek care what they should do because of this cultural barrier? Like, what's the approach so that they can also get the help that they need?
Absolutely. A lot of families within the Latino community, there is this connection with a lot of people, whether it be family, whether it be in that community. They can go talk to aunts, uncles, nieces, cousins. Look to people who, I tell you, everyone suffers with depression, anxiety, trauma, chemical abuse. Someone knows someone who knows something. Seeking help outside the family, and even in these communities, I think churches are very prominent. And talking to, I call them a high elder, whether it be someone who has all the answers people and family go to, whether it be someone of the cloth, whether it be a minister, a preacher, a priest, no matter who it is, there's always guidance available. And the last thing I think people should want to do is look, when they go to work, they work with people outside of their community, different races, different creeds, and talking to them, letting them know that, hey, I have this issue or problem. How would you deal with it? Who do you talk to? And I would say to people in the Hispanic community, there are counselors and therapists and people of the same culture and race who understand this dynamic and can help you. And if you really wanted to be machismo, you definitely would want to seek help and own it. And I think that's a very powerful thing in today's society.
Great. Very powerful recommendations and information.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now I'm going to turn to Justina, and let's explore about new moms and how can we support new moms and their need and breaking down that stigma around mental health.
Yeah, I think it can be common for new moms to feel like, I just had this baby, I need to appear very happy and excited. And most new moms are, I would say, but depression is also very common for new moms. And the hormonal changes, the changes your body is going through, your family is changing. So just letting moms know it's okay to not feel okay. It's okay to feel sad and to have mixed emotions about this huge change and transition in your life that you're going through.
Thank you. Any other recommendations for new moms and how they can take care of themselves?
Yeah, I think just kind of taking some time. It's always nice to tell new moms, take some time to yourself, focus on your self-care. If that's a warm shower while your baby's napping, or spending a little time on a relaxation app on your phone, whatever that is for you, take the time to do it. Use your support system. Let somebody watch the baby for 5 minutes for you to go outside and get some fresh air.
Great.
Just take the time for yourself.
Thank you so much, Justina. Those are great recommendations for those new moms. I want to thank all of you for the great discussion we had today, and thank you for each of you for joining us. Speaking out against stigmas, educating ourselves can make a big difference in breaking down those barriers across cultures, with new moms, with men, something that we want to continue to do to ensure that people get the help that they need. If you or a friend or a loved one is feeling distressed, I encourage you to speak to someone right now or go online to researchpsychiatriccenter.com to learn more. Thank you and be well.